Hey guys. So I just woke up this morning here. I'm in a hostel here in Auckland, and I wanted to share something I'm super excited with you about. I woke up this morning and I was like a little kid at Christmas. I just was so stoked because today I'm leaving to go to fly to New Caledonia. I'm meeting a friend here at the airport, and then I'm going to fly to New Caledonia, and two more people are meeting us, and we're going to go sail our boat from New Caledonia to New Zealand. And I'm stoked. And there's a part of me that is absolutely terrified, but there's a much larger part of me that's excited because a year and a half ago I never would have done this. I never even would have contemplated buying the boat in the first place. And it's not so much the trip and the boat that I'm excited about. I'm excited that I'm doing it. And it reminds me of a voyage actually that I was reading about that Captain Cook did, his first voyage, called the Endeavour. The ship was called the Endeavour, and they set off into the unknown. That was basically their mission, was to go explore a land that is unknown. And we're not necessarily going and sailing and exploring a land that's unknown, but we're stepping into the unknown. I've never done this before. The guys that are coming, they've never done this before. We're stepping into an experience that is unknown to us. And we don't know exactly what's going to happen. But what I do know is it's going to be so much more than what I think that it is. And us doing this, it's interesting. It's triggered a lot of interesting responses in people that I've told. And one of the things I've heard is you're fucking crazy. Like, why are you doing this? This is insane. While I appreciate that, I think, I appreciate where it's coming from. I think that it's actually coming from a place of fear, a fear of whoever's saying that, where it's coming from, of them stepping into the unknown. Because it's not about the trip. It's about, a year and a half ago, I wouldn't have done this. I wouldn't have woken up out of bed this morning and been stoked for this. I would have been paralyzed by fear and not gone and done it. And I just think that, when we lean into our fears, it's fucking amazing the things that we find ourselves doing. Again, when we let go of the outcome, and I don't know what's going to happen on this trip. It could be fucking horrible, but I don't think so. But it could be. I'm open to that possibility. I'm not attached to the outcome of this being absolutely incredibly great. I'd like it to be, but if it's not, it's not. So, but when I had thought about this, it comes from this dream that I had, and this dream is this dream of freedom. And buying a boat to me and sailing it across the ocean represented freedom. It was the ultimate sign of freedom. And the reality of going to do this, I have the sense it's going to be so much more than that. It's going to be so much more than that, one way or the other. And it's going to be so not freeing, or it's just going to be so much more than what I thought it was. And what's interesting to me is that in my dream, I'd always thought this idea of freedom, of doing this, what I'd be excited about was doing it alone. I wanted to be on a boat on the ocean alone, and that was freedom to me. And what I want now, though, is I don't want to be alone. I want to share this experience with other people. And that's why I'm super stoked to have the three guys coming with me that are coming with me. Because I have the opportunity to share this with them. And that's what's got me the most fired up this morning, is the fact that these guys are coming, they're meeting me on the boat, and they're going to have an experience that they've never had before. And in that experience, I think there's so much power for them then to be able to go take that courage that they've just shown to step into something so unknown to them, and then take that and apply that to their own life, to the areas of their lives that they're struggling in. And I think that, I think that when we do this in our own lives, when we find within ourselves the courage to step into what we don't know, to take a risk, we surprise ourselves in what we're capable of doing. And so, I think that's kind of my message here this morning is if there's something in your life that you've thought about doing but you haven't done, do it. Step into it. Step into that risk. Or if there's something in your life that you've thought about letting go of, but you haven't let go yet, perhaps there's a business that's not serving you, a relationship that's not serving you, let it go. Let go of it and see what happens. And I think, I almost guarantee you that you will surprise yourself at what the outcome is. So I'm going to keep checking in here and let you know how things go, because I don't know how they're going to go. And I'm looking forward to sharing more.